Hello there. I wish you all stay safe from pandemic. Today I'm going to talk about language varieties. Language variety, also called Dialect, is a specific language cluster. Language variety might include some of these forms of language. For example, language, dialect, register, styles, and etc. I'm not going to cover all of variety, but I'm going to focus on dialect today. But before we are talking about dialects, I want to differentiate between language and dialect. The question is, why are some way of speaking called languages, while others are called dialects? Many people believe they both are the same things, but they are not exactly the same thing. The first distinction of language and dialect is mutual intelligibility or linguistic closeness. Let's imagine Thai and French people greeting each other with the phrase like "Swadee" and "Bonjour." People who speak Thai language cannot understand what French people say, and in vice versa. It shows that these two languages lack of mutual intelligibility. These two languages is not close. Okay, let's take a look at another scenario when people speak standard Thai, Southern Thai, Isan Thai, and Kammuang. For example, the sentence like, "Where do you go?" ไปไหน ไปไสนะ ไปไหน ไปไหนกะเจ้า we quite understand each other a lot due to the language closeness. Let me show you some example. I like you to watch example video here.
Hey Rose, do you want to listen to some music?
Yeah, mate, let's listen to some Akadaka.
Oh, that sounds cool. I've never heard their music.
It's one of the best. Ready?
Wait a minute, is this ACDC?
Oh, yeah, it's Akadaka.
Akadaka. AC. Oh my goodness. Hey Rose, I'm gonna get a coffee. Do you want me to get you one?
Yeah, nah, yeah.
Is that a yes or a no?
Nah, yeah.
I'm just gonna assume that's a yes. Hey Rose, what are your plans today?
For brekkie, I'll do an avo toast, and then maybe the Savo I'll go to Macca's. Actually, I'm gonna call in a sickie and head to the Bolo the Savo and grab some drinks with Tomo.
You know what, I'm just gonna make my own plans, okay?
To sum up on this distinction, if you can understand without learning, it's a dialect of your own language. If not, it's a total different language. That's it. The next difference is political issue. According to Max Weinreich, a so-called linguist, he mentioned that a language is a dialect with an army and a navy. That sounds ironic, but it's true. It's true. Do you agree with that? Also, some dialect was standardized to be an official language of the country through the process of selection. For example, English Received Pronunciation or RP was selected to be superior than other English dialect in the UK. Bangkok Thai was selected to be Thai language instead of Suphanburi, Nakhon Sawan, Sayaphum. The next standardization is called codification. It can be said that the particular dialect's norm is standardized to follow through grammar books, dictionaries, correct or proper form, and become a language. The next one is elaboration of function. It means that the dialect used in several contexts, for example, in school, in the media, in bureaucratic, the dialect becomes an official language that is used in the several contexts. The last standardization process is acceptance. A dialect is accepted as national language to unify the nation or so on. So, as you can see from the different, we divided language and dialect. Language is just an elite dialect. Okay, we'll move on to the dialect now. Dialect can be divided into two groups, which refers to the user-related variations. The first one is regional dialect, and the second one is social dialect. We've got the regional dialect here, also known as regionolect, concerns about the particular geographical area, differs the form of a spoken language. There are three specific variations which will distinct dialect here. The first one is lexical variation. Lexical variation is the use of different words but refer to the same thing. For instance, let's see on the table here, we've got British English and American English vocabulary here. Okay, flat and apartment, timetable, schedule, biscuit and cookie. They are, refer to the same thing, but they use a different word. Okay, this is the first one, lexical variation. The second one is phonetic variation. People from the UK pronounce differently to people from America. For example, the R consonant in car and car. The R sound is omitted in British English, while American English emphasizes on the R consonant here. Okay, let's move on to number 3 now. The grammatical variation. Grammatical variation is the variety of structure, for example, the use of double negative, like I don't have a pencil, I don't have no pencil. Okay, another category of dialect here is social dialect. Social dialect or sociolect is a variety of speech associated with a particular social class, a profession, age, or other social group. For example, number 1, gender. From the study, women tend to use proper English rather than men. Do you agree with that? Number 2, ethnicity. Ethnicity is a social context where a specific ethnic group speak, for example, African American dialect. And number 3, profession. We might not understand some words, phrase, or even the sentence which is spoken by the specific profession. We call it jargon. Like in business jargon, can you guess what does the 925 means? I count down 3, 2, 1. This refers to a standard work day. Make sense? No, not for me. Another jargon from military profession is, can you guess what MIA means? 3, 2, 1. It means missing in action. Okay, to sum up about the language varieties, it can be roughly divided into 2 dialects according to the user-related variations. The first one is regional dialect, which concerns about the particular geographical area, makes the form of a spoken language different. The second one is social dialect, which associated with particular social class, such as gender, ethnicity, and profession. Okay, thank you for your attention. Any question, you can leave the comment below, and please stay safe.
I meant no harm. Oh, so don't let him lay charge again before work like that.
I'll make
You don't know
no
what...
charge. Really. Really, sir, if you are a detective, you needn't begin protecting me against molestation from young women until I ask you. Anyone could tell the girl meant no harm.
He ain't no techie, he's a gentleman. Look at his boots.
How are all your people down at Chelsea?
Who told you my people come from Chelsea?
Never mind, they do. How do you come to be up so far east? You were born in Lisson Grove.
Oh, what harm is there my leaving Lisson Grove? It wasn't fit for a pig to live in and I had to pay 4 cents
Live
a
where you
week.
like, but stop that noise.
Come, he can't touch you. You've a right to live where you please.
I'm a good girl,
Yes,
I
sir,
am.
yes.
Where do I come from?
Hoxton.
Well, who said I didn't? Blimey, you know everything, you do.
You, sir, do you think you could find me a taxi?
I don't know whether you've noticed it, madam, but it stopped raining. You can get a motor bus to Hampton Court. Well, that's where you live, isn't it?
What impertinence.
Yeah, tell him where he comes from. You want to go fortune-telling?
Cheltenham, Harrow, Cambridge, and, India?
Quite right.
Blimey, he ain't a tech. He's a bloomin' busybody.
If I may ask,
That's
sir,
what
do
he
you
is.
do this sort of thing for a living at a music hall?
Well, I have thought of it. Perhaps I will one day.
He's no gentleman, he ain't interfere with a poor
How
girl.
do you do it, may I ask?
Simple phonetics, the science of speech. That's my profession. Also my hobby. Anyone can spot an Irishman or a Yorkshireman by his brogue, but I can place a man within 6 miles. I can place him within 2 miles in London, sometimes within 2 streets.
Ought to be ashamed of himself, unmanly cow.
Is there a living in that?
Oh, yes, quite a fat
He
one.
mind his own business and leave a poor girl